when it comes to the Unreal Engine, Unity, games in general, and VR in general, most people think about fun entertainment. Video games, jumping into a world to have fun. Um, Not so much the educational side of things. Um, we could use games and VR on an educational level as well to help many fields like medicine and military advance and train and learn more while being able to have fun like you would in any other video game. I mean, me personally, I learn better when I'm enjoying something. It sticks with me better when I'm able to have fun with something. I hold on to that better than I would just sitting there reading a book close to falling asleep, you know? So, in this little test I've got here, my military test, I am trying to show that off, and I chose the military field and just kind of threw something together to show off how something like that would work. Um, so here we've got a bunch of military equipment. Like I said, it's very simple, but it should help those that, like me, enjoy learning this way. Being able to step into a virtual environment instead of just reading a book, seeing it for themselves. I know you could go into a field and see all this stuff yourself anyway, but who doesn't want to step into a virtual world? Who doesn't want to play some video games? You know what I mean? So here we've got a bunch of equipment ranging from different vehicles, tanks, weaponry, helicopters, everything. And then in front of these, you've got a nice little plaque that says, "What is this?" And so when the recruits step in here, they'll obviously learn about a bunch of these vehicles and equipment. But this will be kind of like a test just to train their memory. Like, hey, what is this? Can you tell me what exactly is this piece of equipment right here? They could kind of like use the VR movement to like teleport around it, or whatever movement they choose. And then they could just kind of like examine it, look at it, uh, maybe see if they can find any clues on it, you know. And if they can guess it themselves, then perfect. If they know right off the bat that, you know, this is in fact an artillery gun, I forgot the exact name off the top of my head, then cool, they know. But if they're stuck for some reason, I've got this little thing that says come closer to find out, a little tip. And in this, there's a trigger box right here. So when they move their character into this trigger box, I have a text render actor, this bad boy right here. And basically when they step in here, they trigger this. Right now it's off. But when they step into this box, it turns it on for them. And it tells them it's an M777. Well, this is an M777 howitzer. And it'll just kind of like show up right here. And then when they step off of it, it'll disappear again. So if we were to open this blueprint, there's a like on any second now, on like collision type thing where once you step onto this trigger, it's going to show that. So right here, event actor begin overlap. So when they step on it, you know, we've got the text render actor that it's going off of. It's got, there we go, now I can finally move it. I don't know why it's a little slow tonight. And then it's the set text component, which is where I showed you that it tells you what it is. That's where you fill out the information that you want to have go into that text render actor. And yeah, on impact, that's what it'll show. And I've basically copied and pasted this trigger at each plaque. So that way, I mean, obviously it'll say something different So if you go over here to this machine right here, I apologize. The Unreal Engine is being a little bit slow with me tonight. I don't know why. Come on. There we go. Okay. This is a... I'm just going to say tiger. But that's how it was spelled. I was like, what is that? Okay. I'm just going to call it tiger. But yeah, you step on it. This is a tiger. This is a typhoon. Ural typhoon. This is... Oh, I forgot to change that one. That's fine. The M923. This is an M923, and then over here we've got a Striker tank. Then right here we've got a Medic M1133. Then right here we've got a M1A1 Abrams. You step on this one, IFV BMP3. Here you've got a SRMB Iskander. I think that's how it's pronounced. This one was kind of interesting to me when I I just got like a military pack in the marketplace, and there's a lot of stuff that I was able to get. But yeah, this is a radar S400 vehicle. Then here we've got a UH-60A heli, and then here we've got an AH-64D heli. So like I said, you know, you could have a couple of recruits in here at the same time too, which is great because when one steps on here, sees what it is, they can step off and it disappears again. So that way it doesn't like pop open the answer and it stays there and it kind of spoils it for everybody else. It's on impact. So as long as somebody's standing here, it shows the answer, they can leave, disappears. You know, so you could have multiple recruits in this little simulation. All of them kind of like looking around, checking out the equipment, looking around at it, seeing if they could, you know, spot anything that can tell it apart from everything else, anything that would kind of help them figure out what this name is. And if they can, then great. If they can't, they just step on here and it tells them what it is. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Let's move on to the next one. I wanted to have, the reason I got the water is because I wanted to have a boat, but for some reason it wasn't adding to the project properly. But I thought it would better just, instead of all land, this kind of looks better, just having a nice river flowing through here in the background. But yeah, I was going to have like a boat with another plaque like right in front here. But for some reason it was having issues adding to the project. So no boat. But this is what I've got for my military test educational project. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day.